Thank you. I'm here today to tell you about Nutribridge, a company that Andy and I started to unlock the potential of human milk for all babies. Nutribridge is simple. We're a commercial breast milk company. We buy breast milk from women who have excess, and we sell that breast milk to babies who need it. Pediatricians are very clear, and parents are very convinced that breast milk is the best source of nutrition for their children. This is me. I'm the founder of our company, and more importantly, I'm the mother of these two boys on the screen. Noah is here to your left, and Noah introduced me to the world of human milk when it doesn't come from your mother. Noah was born prematurely, 4 weeks to be clear. And when I had him, the only thing the neonatologist asked me to contribute to his care was breast milk. And unfortunately, my body wasn't ready to do it. I didn't have any, and every doctor had told me that was what he needed to speed his care and to come home. But I couldn't provide it. So we went next to the local milk bank. But the local milk bank told me that he wasn't sick enough to qualify for milk. I couldn't believe it. The system failed my son, and I started this company so it doesn't have to fail anyone else's child. I realized quickly that I wasn't alone. First, I realized that in the neonatal intensive care unit, but then I realized it after tons and tons of research and talking to hundreds of medical professionals that 1.8 million babies every year don't have the breast milk that they need, the breast milk that pediatricians say they should get, and their parents can't provide it themselves. We can't keep taking the ability to breastfeed for granted because we live in a society that we don't even have to be pregnant ourselves to have children. We have sick babies. 300,000 of those 1.8 are sick and hospitalized and don't have the milk that they need. So I've asked myself, why? This is why. We still live in a society that doesn't give women the support that they need to be able to breastfeed. And without making sure they have that support, they certainly can't donate extra milk. We have to make a decision to make less and do all these things to leave work to breastfeed in a society that doesn't really accept it. Women are going to bathroom stalls to breastfeed. And that is why there's less than 2% of the need for breast milk that's met. People always like to say that breast milk should be free. I mean, it is kind of a substance that we have, we can't say we have a kind of infinite amount of if you can provide it. So it should be free, right? It should be free, but it's not free. It takes time and effort, and it's hard for a lot of people. But and it's also really expensive, right? And so no one's asking you to give crude oil for free or iron ore for free, and breast milk's worth 200, 400, 2,000 times what iron ore is worth, but we're asking women to give it away for free. I don't think that's acceptable. And because that's what we're doing, we don't have enough of it in the market for the babies who most critically need it. That has to stop. In addition to it not being accepted, being an expensive proposition to do, it's also complicated, really complicated. I don't expect you to go through this slide in every decision point and square to read. The point of this is so that you see it's a really complicated process, and we're asking people to do it for free. That's why right now we're failing 1.8 million babies, and that stops with Nutribridge, and Andy is going to tell you how.
Thank you, Kelly. My name's Andy Reid. I'm a second-year Johnson student and a co-founder of Nutribridge. Our business model is actually quite simple. We provide structure and incentives to overcome the supply and waste problems that currently characterize the industry today. We give nursing mothers two critical services that do not exist today. Primarily, we pay them for their work, and secondly, we offer them a place to pump and nurse their babies. In addition to that, today milk is stored frozen in plastic bags. The shelf life of frozen milk is 3 to 6 months. In contrast, we package milk in shelf-stable packaging that lasts for over a year. Together, these two aspects of our business improve our value proposition for our end customer. Through customer research, we have identified 3 main customer pain points that we seek to address. Primarily, supply is a huge issue. There's simply not enough of it. Secondly, of the supply that exists, there's little to no insight into the nutrient content of the milk itself. And third, for parents who often go to Facebook groups or try to go to Craigslist or even through milk sharing programs through their local nonprofit, there's no way to validate the health contents of what's in that milk. We, in talking to people, feel very confident that there's a willingness to pay $6 an ounce for safe, reliable, consistently supplied human milk. One of the main propositions of our business model is to move collection outside of the home and into a collection center. This will allow us to reduce the contamination and waste that's associated with collection at home. By reducing the steps in the overall supply chain, we'll be able to reduce waste and the costs associated with that waste. So you may be thinking to yourself, this is either a crazy story or an interesting story, but how are you going to build a business to address this problem? We started this year by interviewing over 120 medical professionals who work with infants as part of their professional life. In doing that, we learned more about their needs and also how the current system fails them. In addition to Kelly's professional experience helping create families, we've gained proprietary insight into customer pain points. We've initiated a low-cost feasibility study in the Dominican Republic to test the assumptions of our model, specifically the amount of milk that a mother can produce and the portability of milk. We're here today to ask for your support to help us grow this business. We would like referrals to people in the packaging industry, as well as folks who invest in healthcare startups. These referrals will help us ready our business and help us initiate the first stages of reaching our target market. Our ask today is for $450,000. This initial seed stage funding will allow us to fund operations, gain first mover advantage, and help unlock the $36 billion US human milk market. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank Cornell University, to thank the elab teaching team, and most importantly, to thank you all for coming here today. We look forward to working with you to unlock access to the human milk market for 1.8 million babies. Thank you.
This is a production of DMIG, the Dyson Media Innovation Group.